Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. We have come really far. We've gotten the plants through jump starting, we got them through the greenhouse, and now we put them in the ground. At this point, they need to be staked. The way we like to do it, because we have so many, is we'll take a T-post and a driver, and we'll drive 3 into the ground, and we'll tie them up using a rope. You'll find that you'll have to dabble a little bit in math to understand how many T-posts you want to put. For us, we had a 30-foot row, and our tomato plants were planted roughly 18 inches apart. That meant we had 20 plants in each 30-foot row. Now, that's a lot of plants for one row, and we should have done half of that, but we did it. No big deal. The problem arose when we put these T-posts in. We put our T-posts every 10 feet apart, which caused the tomatoes to fall over a lot. There was a lot of sagging on the rope, and that was okay, but I would not do that again. I would put them every 5 feet apart, because I found myself keep lifting them up. It was harder when I went to harvest a plant. I had to look under the foliage just to find the tomatoes. Some of the tomatoes which didn't get the light, the direct beaming from the sun, weren't as red as the other ones. Either way, what you want to do is keep your row at 15 feet. And that way you can put your T-posts every 5 foot apart. Or simply add more T-posts. You grab your string. Here's the string we have. We got this one from the Dollar Tree. And we lift them up. I'm going to tie a string from this one to this one. From this T-post. From this T-post all the way back to this one, and I'm going to stand up the tomato plants in the process. This tomato plant here that I'm standing up against the rope is one that I planted back in February. This second plant is also planted back in February. And then you see this plant here and this plant here is a little bit smaller. That's because I planted them a little bit later. So I'll be getting the tomatoes off of those ones probably around late July. Either way, I'm putting this rope up now because it's a good idea to stake them before they fall over.
A drop becoming one with the sea, you and me and thee. There is nothing left to say when your words divine come my way. Wisdom from you is wisdom from he. It fills my cup and sets me free. Free from worry and free from pain, free from this world and only love in vain. Take my hand, after stars 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 take my hand. There is nothing left of me. I am with you, and you are all I see. Sitting with you.
When you tie your plant against a string, give it some slack. Remember, the idea is to stabilize it, to give it support so that it doesn't fall over. It's not necessarily to restrict it, because once the plant begins to grow and expand, you can actually damage your plant if the rope is too tight.
My heart is open to take me away to my home, to Lama Khan, my home sweet
stem, and here's a big one, and then the one in the middle is the sucker. So we're gonna sucker right there.
The main stem. Wait, you have the main stem, right?
Mhm. That's the sucker. Sucker. Haha, suckers. And this one too.
Let's see it before you pull it out. Right.
Sucker.
And go up the stem. Do you have any there?
There's nothing left of me when your loving land sets me free. A drop becoming one with the sea. You and me, and me and thee. There is nothing left to say when your words divine come my way.
And I took it back out.
Wisdom from you is wisdom from me. It fills my cup and sets me free. Free from worry and free from pain. Free from this world and only loving vain.
I want to repeat, do not try to bend it. You see how this fell to the ground? And now it's growing back. It's trying to grow back up towards the light. And that's why it bends. That's why when I stand it up, it's bent. So it's going to continue to try to grow up to the light. That's why I'm saying don't try to bend it straight when you tie it. But just tie it really loosely so that it has that space there to grow.
I am with you and you are all I see. Sitting with you is sitting with me. I'm with my love in your company. There is nothing I can do. Only give my life and follow you.
After staking the plants and plucking off the suckers, we'll fertilize, mulch, and water. And the fertilizer I'm using here is a mix of compost and manure. And I just put it at the base of the plant. We'll return and repeat the same process all over again in about 3.5 months. Or what I like to do is I like to go out when it rains and I'll pluck off the suckers because it seems to have a boost, and the plants seem to have a growth boost when it rains. And suckers appear out of nowhere, so I just pluck those off. And alhamdulillah, that's all we need to do for another good month. Gardening is super easy. You just put in a little bit of effort and Allah Ta'ala does the rest.